I'm thinking I might use this on my portfolio, so I've got it saved as an animated header GIF. File and save as. Make sure that you've got that saved, because doing all that work and losing it is no fun at all. So I'm going to make sure that I've got that saved before I go to the exporting. So when you do file export, we're going to save it for the web using an older version, because this is the way I know how to do it. And we can save this as a still image, but we want an animated GIF. So you don't want JPEG or anything else. We're going to do the animated GIF. I do want the transparency. We'll see how that works. We may need to not have the transparency, but right here you can see that I use a lot of different colors in this animation. And I can press play right here to see it go through. Let's see if it's going to do it. It's got 15 frames. Let's see, preview. There we go. We're looking at this in full size, but it's going to make a very, very large file, and that's not really very good for what we want to do. So let's see what we can do here. Let me close that tab, go back to Photoshop, and see if we can reduce the number of colors. So it's using fewer colors, but still quite a variety. And if we go frame by frame here, take a look at each one of these, you can start to see like what happened when we reduce those colors. Bring it back up to 256, and it looks like a little more detailed. But right now it says it's going to be 705 kilobytes, and that's actually not too bad. Let me see what else I like to change. So it's got a little bit of lossiness there. Let me put that maybe at the 50% and see what that does to the size. So it really makes it a lot smaller, but look at what it does. It gets very noisy. So I'm going to go down to like try to lose as little quality as possible. Still under a megabyte. I like to keep these under 1 megabyte for stuff on the web. And if I go back to 128 colors, still looks pretty good. We don't really know which colors are gone, and it reduced it in file size. You can also reduce it by overall size, but since we're thinking about this as a header, we want it to be able to go across the top of the screen. So it's pretty small. Let me go ahead and click Save. And I'll save it here, not in my Google Classroom folder that I've got, but in my OneDrive. Doesn't have it. So we're going to, oh, there it is. OneDrive and our digital portfolio project. This is going to be my animated header GIF. Notice that it put dashes in there because it cannot put that on the web with blank spaces. So I'm just going to click Save right there and let it do its thing. All right, let's go and see what this looks like on a portfolio. So right here, digital portfolio, we are going to need to edit that. So I'm going to go to sites.google.com and open up my portfolio and see what that's going to look like. So this is a picture. I wanted a background. I'm trying to think what the best way to do this is. Let me just try and replace this with a single click and then replace image, and I'm going to upload my animated header. So the shadows, you can see they act kind of funny. Looks like I might need this to be a little bit larger for that to work. I'm going to make a background. So let me choose one of my backgrounds that I've created and change the image for the, oh, look what it does. So really this is only going to work with a white background. So it does have some transparency, but not really what I had in mind. So there we go. My digital portfolio. We have that show for maybe 10 seconds or even longer, and then all of a sudden it starts doing this. It'd be pretty casual. Anyway, that's how you can export your animated GIF. Transparency works. If I didn't have those shadows, it would actually work a lot better. So I would be going back to the original Photoshop file, turning off the shadows. Glows would also do that. You would need pretty sharp edges for the transparency to work on something like